A multi-million-dollar Albuquerque mansion has every kind of luxury you could possibly imagine. It truly is some place. But there's also something very wrong about that palatial estate. And the government's role in what's wrong makes it even worse. Tonight, News 13 investigative reporter Larry Barker uncovers the disturbing secret of a monumental mansion.
Wow, that's what I would say. It's just amazing.
Just when you think you've seen it all, along comes something so incredible it literally knocks your socks off.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Welcome to the most expensive residential real estate in Bernalillo County. This $7 million 3-acre villa nestled in Albuquerque's North Valley features a 12,000 square foot, 6-bedroom, 7-bath Tuscan mansion. It evokes elegance, luxury, and grandeur. On the grounds, there's a duck pond, guest house, orchard, vineyard, cabana, and enough garage space to accommodate a fleet of Rolls Royces. However, there's something wrong with this picture.
It's a monumental secret that's been shortchanging taxpayers to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. As blunders go, this one is a real whopper. Consider the property taxes. Now, for real estate this valuable, you would think the owner pays a small fortune, about $80,000 a year. Think again.
Karen Montoya is the Bernalillo County assessor.
This property is listed by the owner for $7 million. What's the current tax bill on this property?
$24.
$24.88 to be exact. Last year's tax bill, $24.84. 2010, $24.76. 2009, $24.68. Well, you get the idea. Secretary Demesia Padilla heads up New Mexico's Tax and Rev Department.
This is incredible. How somebody is only paying 24 bucks is unbelievable. I'd say that's impossible.
Impossible? How do you pay virtually no property taxes on a $7 million Tuscan estate? Well, let's go back. 14 years ago, this real estate was an Arabian horse farm with pasture and a barn. Because the land use was agricultural, the owner at the time paid minimal property taxes. However, in '04, the property was sold to an Albuquerque contractor. He bulldozed the field, removed the barn, and began construction on his dream house. But by 2009, the contractor ran into financial difficulties and the partially completed estate was sold to Texas tycoon Michael Budeker for $1.7 million. It took Budeker years to complete the eye-catching project. Officially, the construction was not finished until just 10 months ago. Even though the assessor's office was well aware that somebody was building a 3-acre villa here, no one seemed to notice the horse farm was missing. In fact, this aerial photo dated 3 years ago was found in the assessor's file. Even today, this real estate is still considered agricultural with a taxable value of $603.
There's clearly a huge mansion on the property, and somebody even put a note on there that says remove ag for 2011. Did that happen?
It did not.
That's a mistake.
That's correct.
When the assessor has a photograph of this mansion from 2009, how could the assessor tax this property as a horse farm?
They're being incompetent. I mean, they're not doing their job.
Even though the assessor made mistakes, legally, she may be off the hook.
It is the property owner's responsibility to let the assessor know that they are no longer using it for agricultural purposes.
Did Mr. Lovato, the previous owner, did he inform this office that it was no longer a horse farm?
He did not.
Did the construction company inform this office that they were building a 12,000 square foot home on the property?
No, they did not.
And Mr. Budeker, who's owned it since '09, when did he tell you that this was not a horse farm?
He did not.
Whose job is it to tell you it's not a horse farm?
The owner.
Mr. Budeker.
Mr. Budeker.
Who is this guy? 54-year-old Michael Buttaker is a successful businessman who grew up in Albuquerque and makes his home in Dallas. He is also a sophisticated real estate investor. Besides the Tuscan estate, Buttaker owns this 8,000 square foot, $3.5 million French Renaissance chateau in Tanawan and this $1 million mansion in Dallas. Buttaker told us on the phone he plays by the rules and has done nothing wrong. And he says this year's $25 property tax bill is correct. Is it? For years, the notice of value has shown zero improvements.
Your office did know and has known for some years that there was a very valuable estate on this property. Yes?
That's correct.
But it didn't go in the tax rolls,
That's right.
and it's not on the tax rolls today.
That's correct.
Ms. Montoya says her office does not put improvements under construction on the tax rolls until building inspectors make their final inspection. Because the estate took 6 years to finish, Ms. Montoya says it won't be assessed at full value until next year. In 2010, assessor records show the estate was 70% complete.
Once the home receives a certificate of occupancy, the following year it's placed on the tax rolls. We don't put partial completions of properties on the tax rolls.
What is the obligation of the assessor as it relates to construction?
They're supposed to include the improvements if they're over $10,000. I think she needs to go back and read the statutes.
By failing to put construction on the tax rolls, the assessor cost taxpayers and saved Michael Buttaker tens of thousands of dollars a year. However, Mr. Buttaker may not need to worry about paying all that money next year. This summer, he put his North Valley estate up for sale. Real estate broker Missy Ashcraft lists it at a cool $7 million. And even though state law requires brokers to disclose estimated property taxes, Missy led prospective buyers to believe taxes on this estate are virtually nothing.
If we were to get a complaint on this, we would definitely investigate it.
Wayne Sitio is the Real Estate Commission's executive secretary.
Probably the most basic broker duty is honesty and reasonable care, and I would think that that applies to all aspects of the transaction, to verify the information that they're giving a prospective customer or client.
In January, appraisers will head out to the North Valley once again to calculate Michael Buttaker's 2013 property tax bill.
As it relates to this property, was the assessor doing her job?
No.
This was an oversight, absolutely.
Who accepts the blame for what's happened here?
Well, I will accept the blame. I'm the county assessor, and I will do what I can to rectify the situation.
The assessor says she plans to send Michael Buttaker a new bill for back property taxes.
Well, I guess we're going to have to sit down and talk, Mr. Buttaker.
Larry Barker, KRQE News 13.
We'll let you know how that conversation goes. Assessor Karen Montoya likely will not be the one cleaning up this mess, though. She was just elected to the Public Regulation Commission.